remember the smell, that glowing coil, the electric stove as the water boiled, frost on the window, the winter sun, quiet in the kitchen, tea for one. Long throw from the river in a Bible bed, spend my days just walking out of my head. In the gravel by the highway, an old steel knife, put it in my pocket, carried on with my life. Stood on the banks, picked up a stone, chucked it out on the ice where it sat alone. Sometime comes spring, when it finally falls through, I'll still be me, you'll still be you. That unlocked door, wash off that knife, put it in a drawer. How many people take off that rain, walk these miles? It's such an ordinary thing. Now it's my turn to hear the cold wind sing. We were never gonna learn how I'm the king of all this nothing. Of time, this side of the dirt, when all your prayers fall on deafened ears, where will you go if you can't stay here? The river flows where it wants to flow, the wind blows where it wants to go. You're the only one gonna set yourself free. Don't make it harder than it has to be. Couldn't say when, couldn't but I know you thought we'd be there by now. Haunted by what can never be known, with streams to cling to and when to let go. The river flows where it wants to flow, the wind blows where it wants to go. You're the only one gonna set yourself free. Don't make it harder than it has to be. Don't make it harder than it has. So take a deep breath and go outside. Even in the dead of winter, there are signs of light. What will you do with this one sweet ride, so cold and cruel, so precious and wide? The wind blows where it wants to go. You're the only one gonna set yourself free. So don't make it harder than the river flows where it wants to flow. The wind blows where it wants to go. You're the only one gonna set yourself free. Don't make it harder than it has to be. Don't make it harder than it has to be. Don't make it harder than it has to be. Don't make it harder than it has. How we doing tonight, everybody? All right? I'm living the dream. I'm doing great. The way you took your coffee, song I know you love, that joke you told too many times, but it always cracks me up. Sometimes I see you everywhere, sometimes not a trace. It comes in waves, comes in waves. I usually see it coming, except when it catches me off guard. God help me if I'm in public when the teardrops start, and the harder I hold on, the faster it fades. It comes in waves. Oh, it comes in waves. Can you see me tonight still hear your smokers call. When we'd sit out listening to the crickets just before the killing frost. Tonight I'm drinking to your memory. Yeah, a flowing glass I'll raise. It comes and waves. Oh, it comes and waves. It comes and waves. Oh, it comes and waves. Thank you so much. This is a pretty, as far as ways that you could spend your Thursday night, this is pretty high on my list. I don't know about you. This is pretty exciting. I've never been to this this place before. I married a girl from Barnstable, and thank you. I probably shouldn't say this next part, but like, we just don't ever come to Chatham. And people from Chatham probably never go to Barnstable either. So it's just really nice to have like a cultural exchange at a time of year when you can like take a left or get a reservation at a restaurant. So we're so glad you could be here with us tonight. This is a song called Walk Beside Me. Beside me in the morning, walk beside me in the failing light, shoulder to shoulder, growing older, walk beside me for the rest of my life. Hand me down my hickory staff, out back. Take my hand as we head down the path. Walk beside me in the morning. Walk beside me in the failing light. Shoulder to shoulder, growing older. Walk beside me for the rest of my life. No need for words, you've already heard them all. Just listen to the rhythm of our steps as they fall. Same old trail, but the seasons change. No two journeys are ever the same. Of my life. Oh, thank you. In case you didn't hear or know what was happening tonight, we're celebrating the release of my 14th record called Spring Green tonight. We're going to play everything from the record tonight. And it's always really fun, like the first show where you get to play all the songs from the new record. You're still kind of remembering how they go. You have absolutely no idea what to say about any of them as far as introductions go. It's a bit of a high wire act, but there's nowhere I'd rather be on the tightrope than with you guys tonight. We're going to do the title track here. This, the color spring green, right? I don't know if we're quite there yet. I was just in Nashville last weekend, and the marketing plan rolled out a little bit earlier down there, so it was pretty well timed. There's a lot of spring green. There's even some spring flowers as well. We're getting there. We don't want to peak too early with the record, so we're going to hold off a little bit. But exactly. It's going to be fine. It is coming. But it's one of those things where you blink and you miss it. If you're not paying attention, it's an ephemeral thing, and it's a color and a metaphor. Just say it that way. All right. Spring green, spring green, new old trees. Our love will always be spring green, spring green, new hope for old dreams. That's what you mean. Spring green. And when that bitter wind comes creeping in my bones, that's when I really know that I need it most. Spring green, spring green, I still believe that our love can always be spring green. Days when the sky is gray, the horizon made less colorful. Just wait and you'll see how the world can be so wonderful. Spring green, spring green, leaves change, it seems, but in the autumn of our days, our love will always stay spring green. Beautiful. All right. Well, we'll do. I don't know if this is considered an oldie, but we recorded it just before the pandemic, so it's from the before times. Am I right? Yeah, I'm right about this. It's a low light situation here. All right, we good? Beside me, in joy and in despair. Now I need something to lean on, but you're not here. There's an evil wind blowing, I feel it in my bones. I don't know where I'm going or how to get back home. I've been looking for a little kindness, but it's hard to find. Looking for a little kindness, and it's hard to find these days. If I could go back where we started, where the sun be shining still. Now I only see a darkness and holes that can't be filled. And all the things that brought me comfort, they just seem tired and worn. What always used to work, it ain't working anymore. I've been looking for a little kindness, but it's hard to find. Looking for a little kindness, and it's hard to find these days. It's so hard to find. All I've learned from growing older is how to carry all I've lost. But I don't know how to pick up where you left off. Maybe I should just stop talking and let the music fade. You always seem to know when there was nothing more to say. I've been looking for a little kindness, but it's hard to find. Looking for a little kindness, and it's hard to find these days. Looking for a little kindness, but it's hard to find. Looking for a little kindness, and it's hard to find these days. So hard to find. Nice downbeat. All day long we shuffle through sneakers, sandals, high heel shoes, scraps of paper, chewing gum. My work here is never done. They exit now in single file. I sweep the floors and I scrub the tiles. Dying echoes quiet the room and leave me leaning on my above me now the fall of man, but it all depends on where you stand. Is he letting go or reaching out for Adam's hand? Look up, look up, there are angels flying low enough to see. Look up, oh, look up. For long years I bent my back, painting every plaster crack. The hand of God and Adam's sin rained down in brush drops thick and thin. I ache with shame and head for home, through the darkened streets of Rome, past the night girls calling out to me, and drunkards praying on their knees. Above me now the canopy, the stars in all their majesty remind me of the master I will never be. Look up, look up, there are angels flying low enough to see. Look up, oh, look up. Above the blessed and cursed, like ants they scurry on the earth, debauchery and daily chores, always hungry and wanting more. I set them playing in flood and fire, tried so hard to stay inspired, and somehow solve the mystery of what they ever saw in me. If I could only kneel before the man who sweeps the chapel floor and show me he's as holy as the angels, maybe more. Look up, look up. Look up, oh, look up. Thank you so much. Couple more for you here, and then you can take a popcorn break or whatever we do at the movies. This is called Weary Traveler. You might have heard this on MVY, one of the greatest radio stations out there. Any radio station that plays blues music, the foundation of American rock and roll, in regular rotation, not on Wednesday 1 a.m. during the blues show, but like in regular rotation, and plays a shit ton of Little Feat. That's a good station in my book. So, it's called Weary Traveler. Wood smoke and a golden light from a cabin window on a winter night. chill from your tired bones. Weary traveler, elsewhere bound, lay down and take your rest. When the morning comes, you'll be on the run, off to someplace else. Come on in, out of the cold, sit right down, let me take your coat. There's room for another, the table is set. Let's pour the wine and break the bread. Weary traveler, elsewhere bound, lay down and take your rest. When the morning comes, you'll be on the run, off to someplace else. Oh, thank you so much, everybody. All right, we're going to do one more for you, and we'll come back with a second set of completely different songs in the second set. It's like double your entertainment dollar. It's Is it enough? Enough to be loved? What else do you need? What more could you want? The only thing left when everything is gone. Is it enough? Enough to be loved? Give it away. Free as a child, it was only yours to hold for a while. Do you know what you have? Well, almost nobody does. Is it enough? Enough to be loved? Throw your arms around me, never let me go. Well, I need to know where we stay. Thanks so much, everybody. We'll see you in a little bit. Just no breaking through when I get like this. Give it your best shot. It won't make a difference. I know you're trying to be a better friend to me, but you're talking to my worst enemy. You can show me proof it ain't no use. You're only trying to help. I wanna pin it on someone else, but the truth is do it to myself. Wish I could give it a name. What keeps me frozen here? This ocean of pain, this river of I wanna join you on that other side, but it might as well be the great divide. I wanna believe what you see in me, but I know I'm putting you through hell. Wish I could pin it on someone else, but the truth is I do it to myself. I do it to myself. Give up on me. How do I let go? I don't know. I'm scared I won't be able to tell the ringing from the bell. I do it to That's Rich Hinman on the steel. Woo. Thank you so much. This Spring Green record, which I probably should have mentioned before the break, is here on a variety of formats this evening. There's a wide range, songs from a wide range of my life. They end up telling a very cohesive story in the end, but some of them were written like the week before the sessions, and then there's this one that was written like 18 years ago, back in 2007, and I've always loved it. It's been in the running, in the kind of like main list of songs for every record since 2007. I don't even know how many that is, but always a bridesmaid, this one. Never a bride. So this is While You Were Sleeping. Can I get a tempo on this one? Do you know it? While you were sleeping, I was thinking about everything I have to lose. While you were deep in dreams, I tossed and turned, staring at the ceiling. I tried to imagine what life would look like without you. Headlights crept across our bedroom wall. I saw the times I let you down on a reel that kept repeating. Until the morning rolled around, I wrestled with my demon. The birds were singing, I was in the kitchen making coffee when I heard you write. I never told you I was up all night while you were sleeping. I saw the times I let you down on a reel that kept repeating, and I never spoke a word out loud. But if you need a reason, I wanna be your champion, your lifelong companion, a rock that you can lean upon, strong as any man that you dream of while you were sleeping, strong as any man that you dream of while you were sleeping. That's James Rohr on the keyboard. All right. There's a lot of, this is probably the most collaborative record I've ever made, not just in terms of the band, who I leaned on pretty hard, but also in terms of co-writing. I think there's 11 songs in the record. I think over half of them were written with friends. Not like hit men for hire or anything, like deep friends that I wrote these songs with. And sometimes it's let's just write a song together. It's no big deal. Other times you're trying to write a love song for your wife, and there's a co-writer there, and I'm like, all right, we're writing this very personal song together about this very specific person, but I want you to think of someone completely different while you're writing. We are not thinking of the same person. And this is a love song for her, and I assume another woman. When he sings it, I'm singing it for one person. It's called Kindhearted Woman. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2. Well, I'm lucky to have a kind-hearted woman. I sing better with her by my side. Have a kind-hearted woman in my life. Sometimes her eyes are the ocean, gray and tossed by a storm, or blue, there's summer on the mountain, windy and warm. Well, I'm lucky to have a kind-hearted woman. I sing it better with her by my side. Well, I'm lucky to have a kind-hearted woman in my life. Days when I wake up and worry, wondering how much it shows. There ain't no need for a story. See, I already know. She knows I'm lucky to have a kind-hearted woman. Sing better with her by my side. Well, I'm lucky to have a kind-hearted woman in my life. Where do I begin to start? It's like you've always had a place here in my heart. You're my brother, though not by blood. We've grown together, but we ain't grown up. Sometimes we act like a couple of kids, but there's nothing we can't say or have to keep here. You know I love you, at least I hope you do. Everyone should have a friend like you. You're a few years older, but it don't show. Still I never miss a chance to let you know that you could dish it back. Oh, but you just grin. You've never been the kind who wants the party to end. Slow to judge, quick to help. You taught me how to make a joyful noise and how to raise hell, and you're probably somewhere howling at the moon. Everyone should have a friend like you. Friends like you, good as gold. They don't run, no, they won't fold. You can't pay them back for all they do. You could spend a lifetime just trying to. Bodies fail, souls go on. Here but a moment before we move along. A man's as rich as what he leaves behind. So I'd rather find a way to lend a hand or read somebody's mind. And when it's time to head on down the road, if I can't find the words, I hope somehow you'll know this ain't goodbye. It's just see you soon. And I'm thankful that I had, so thankful that I had. I'm thankful that I had a friend like you. All right, you got everyone doing all right? It's not even 8 o'clock. Of course you're doing all right. We could. There's no time limit here. We're fine. I love when there's a confluence of song and place. You know, a context for the performance. This is a song called "Summer Boys," and not "Boys of Summer." That was a very big hit. I also did a cover of that. This is "Summer Boys," not yet a big hit. Though WMVY could certainly change that. Man, I see every line of this song. I'm sure you'll see. Well, I hope you'll see some of your own selves in this one. This is Summer Boys. Summer boys without a care, brown as a berry, sun-bleached hair, running through sprinklers, playing hide and seek. Can't scrub the dirt off the soles of their feet. Summer boys know how to play. They got a chewed up frisbee for a wiffle ball home plate. Climbing trees and saving the world from imaginary monsters and those neighborhood girls. Summer boy, summer boy, they bring me back. Drips and castles and flashlight day. Watermelon juice dripping down their chin. Blackberry stains on their fingertips. Summer boy, ah, summer boy. Summer boy, they grow up fast. It happens quickly, don't turn your back. Now they've got their license and they're cruising Maine with one thing on their summer brain. Summer boy, ah, summer boy. I'm getting older, but I still remember when it seemed like the summer would never end. Oh, that's St. Leonard on the drums there. Oh, so many people to thank, and I'm going to forget some names here, but I wanted to thank Jay and Lindsay, I think, on sound for tonight. What a wonderful job with not a lot of time. And I want to thank Richard and everybody here at the Chatham Orpheum. What a wonderful spot. Please support this place. You could watch movies at home, but why would you do that when you have this right here? You should just come here. I want to give a very big thanks to WMVY. It does not get old. I've been doing this for over 25 years, let's call it. And every time I hear one of my songs on the radio, it's literally like the first time. And just the other week, they played the entire record, start to finish, on the radio. It was incredible. So thank you, WMVY. And I want to thank this amazing band up here. I was going to say a few more words, but I was going to get too emotional. I'll just say that when I made this record, when I made the previous record, I was alone in my basement in the middle of a pandemic, struggling with some pretty challenging stuff. While the whole world around me was struggling with its own challenging stuff. And when I made this record, I was surrounded by just the best and most loving group of people you could possibly ask for. So. We're going to do one more song, and then we're going to do another song after that. And then I'm going to walk through this dark room once, and I'll see you on the out at the merch table or something. Or I'll stick around and say hi. I would love to say hi. So thank you so much to everybody for coming out. Weathered stones I fished out from some rushing mountain stream. Yellowed books with dog-eared pages and wildflowers pressed between. Postcards from every place where I lay me down to sleep. Little souvenirs to remind you of me. All the road is not your friend, it's just a means to an end. How I wish I could take you up. But I'll take it all on faith that you'll understand someday why I did all I did while I was gone. For a song I catch a glint of something shining somewhere in the great unknown. And like a beast, I chase it over hills and mountains, valleys, rivers, till it's cornered on a scrap of paper, on a bedside table in some cheap motel with a highway drums. And sometimes it feels like church, sometimes like I'm the last man on earth, just a voice howling out into the darkness. All the road is not your friend, it's just a means to an end. I'll be home late, don't wait up, just leave a light on. But I'll take it on faith that you'll understand someday why I did all I did while I was gone. For a song a means Oh, thank you so much, everybody. Okay, we'll do one. Okay, if you insist. All right. All right, thank you so much. I was trying to think of like how to end it. Do we end it with one from like my catalog, a familiar one? Do we end it with a cover that everybody knows? And I was like, no. We end it with a brand new song of mine that's not on the record and nobody's heard before. And it's not meant to be a flex. It's just because these are challenging times, and this is a song for that. Though this song is not on the record, there is an essay in the liner notes of the record that was written by my friend Mira Subramanian that talks about kind of how we find hope and using the natural world as our instructor. And in fact, she's got a whole other graphic novel about this very thing called "A Better World Is Possible" out now, and you should check that out. But it's rough, and I really do think that whatever the specific kind of solutions that we reach for eventually that end up working, I think in general what we need to do is get off the phones, go outside, walk around on the beach or the woods. There's like red-winged blackbirds are going nuts now. You go into a forest, it sounds like a Star Wars laser gun battle. It's insane. There's all these cool things happening. I really think it's going to be getting back to nature, calling your friends, keeping your family close, interacting with each other, remembering our empathy and our compassion and our love for everybody, not just the people we agree with. And I wanted to leave you with a song about that. This is called "Almost All Right." When I woke up today, the birds were singing softly. Then I made a mistake. Check the news before coffee. Do they think we're cruel, that we can't see what they're doing? How can they be so cruel? Isn't everybody human? The supper's on the stove. Some friends are coming over. Here with you tonight. I'm almost alright. Oh, the tide is on the rise. The skies are full of thunder. Will this flood lift us up? Will the waves pull us under? Should we be out in the streets? How do we meet this moment? I've got everything I need, but I'm scared where this is going. All the fire's burning low, but the coals are still glowing. Here with you tonight, I'm almost alright. Away. We feel powerless to stop it. But isn't that the point? To convince us that it's pointless. But they cannot steal our joy if we much, everybody. That's James Rohr, Andrew Stern, Rich Hinman, Shane Leonard, Dr. Zachariah Hickman. My name is Mark Erelli. Thank you for being here with us tonight.